Welcome back everyone to more career mode gameplay of NASCAR Heat 5. And in today's video, we are going to be able to do something that I'm pretty sure I've never done before in the NASCAR Heat series. But before we get to that, let's talk about where things stand in this season. Up until a few races ago, we were talking about maybe having to make it into the playoffs using points and how that was going to be extremely difficult because, well, this game has given us a lot of the simulated race finishes similar to what we've seen the 48 car get recently in real life. If we come over to the season standings, you notice that right now, as far as points go, we're in 8th position. Now that's not too bad, but if you go back and watch the videos from the first few races of the year, you'll know that we were much higher up than that. And if you want an idea of what type of finishes I'm talking about that the game is giving us when I simulate races, well, there you have it. Richmond, where did we come? 23rd position. That is not doing us any favors in the points position, but we already know that because of our dominating win, didn't know it at the time, but it turned out to be a very dominating win at Bristol. We now have a victory and we are virtually assured of a spot in the playoffs. Now I say virtually because there is a chance that all 16 drivers that you see in the playoffs could have a victory, and then the 17th driver pop in, get a victory, and bump us out if we're low man on the points totem pole. But that's very unlikely to happen. But I want you to take a look at one very important thing on this page, something that caught my eye immediately the first time I saw it. And of course, it's definitely not Kevin Harvick at the top with 3 wins, and we're ready for race number 10 of the season. We've seen that before in real life. Nothing new there. Kyle Busch winning, Martin Truex winning. None of those are surprises. However, if you look down in 7th position, Corey LaJoie has a victory. Now, you want to talk about something that will shake up the point standings like nobody's business? That will shake up the point standings. So, congratulations to Corey LaJoie on getting that much-deserved victory. I don't even know where he got the victory at. But wouldn't it be hilarious if he got a victory at somewhere like, oh, I don't know, Richmond? Wouldn't that be simply amazing? So that is going to really mess up the point standings. And as we get closer and closer to the playoffs, these guys on the right side of the screen, where it says needs wins, yeah, these guys are going to get more and more desperate, especially if someone else who doesn't traditionally compete for victories gets a victory. So all of those things are going on, but thankfully, we don't have to worry about it. We've got a victory, so we are free to play around and just try some different things and have quite a bit of fun with the remainder of the regular season. And that starts today. So at the beginning of the video, I told you that I was going to try something I don't believe I've ever done in the NASCAR Heat series, and that is run a race at Talladega or Daytona with a default setup. Now, that might not seem like such a huge deal, but I have one very simple rule that dominates everything else at Daytona and Talladega. And no, it's not speed that the car must have before I'll run a race there. The answer is very simple. The car must be stable. Okay, and you guys hear me say that a lot in the setup videos that I provide here on the channel. That goes double for Daytona or Talladega. And the reason is, at those places, it is paramount that you're able to hold your line. Now, I want you guys who have had the opportunity to race online, not only in the Heat series, but on iRacing and going back to the Pappy games, the Papyrus games. If you had the opportunity to race online like I did and have tons of fun doing it, then you'll know the value of racing with other people who know how to hold their line. Being able to do that is paramount. If you cannot hold your line, I don't care how fast your car is, it simply does not matter. Best case scenario is you're simply not going to be able to stay in the draft. You're going to have to fall to the back. Worst case scenario is what we usually see when this happens online, and that is you just simply wreck the entire field trying to run a setup that is fast but is not stable, and you cannot hold a line with it. So if you learn nothing else from today's video or anything else that I ever put on this channel, stability has to be your main concern if you're racing online. Now, you can race the AI and wreck them all day long if you want to, but racing online, you have to be able to hold your line because that is where all of the trouble begins. I'll take racing hard and contact ending up in a wreck any day of the week as long as we're racing hard on the final few laps and both cars are able to hold their line, it just is a racing deal. But when somebody clearly is all over the place because they haven't practiced and their car might be fast for a single lap, but it cannot hold its stability for long periods of time, or they simply don't know how to drive it, that ruins everything quicker than anything else and will have me definitely logging off very quickly. So today's race at Talladega, my number one concern going in is, will the default setup be stable? Now I'm going to be using one of the setups probably around the center line, around 4 or 5, meaning it's halfway between tight and loose on the scale. That's probably going to be about right. Who knows? I might even go a little bit further toward the tight side just to make sure, because I have no idea what I'm going to get for a setup. But what I do know is we're going to have a blast regardless of how this turns out. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, folks, here we go. We will be starting from the rear here at Talladega. I decided to use the default setup right in the middle of loose and tight, which is pretty much where I told you guys I would be. But I decided to add a little bit of extra spice to it by not running a single practice lap. So as we take the green flag, I have no idea what we're going to have for a setup. So now I know what these guys who jump on an online race begging for a setup, I know how they feel. They have no idea what they're about to drive. So here we are, starting from the rear. Now, it said our goal position was 20th, which seems like a very weak goal for a 5-star team. But as we've seen from some of the simulated race results, that might be shooting a bit high. So let's see. First of all, is the car stable? And if it is stable, is it fast? So what better way to find out if we're stable than to just immediately take it 3 wide on the bottom?
Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear there.
Ooh, I'm completely out of the gas there. I don't know what's happening right now, but everybody just stopped on the get up to speed lap. That is a bit unusual. Yeah, in and out of the gas. Now, I'm expecting that I'm going to have some handling issues with this car, that it's probably not going to want to do the things I need it to do, things that a custom setup can do. So I'm estimating I'm probably going to have to lift more than I would prefer during this race. But we'll just have to see.
Stay on the bottom.
All right, so far the car is stable. It's definitely tight. I would call this tight, simply because the car doesn't have a real good flow through the corner.
Stay low, stay low.
I'm trying not to take this 4 wide on the bottom, but my right foot, I'll just tell you, my right foot wants to be 4 wide. Right there. If there's an opening, I want to hit it. All right, so far so good. No surprises here. The bottom groove is the place to be, and so far I'm able to maintain that.
Careful, still there.
Again, you can hear me working that throttle in and out of the gas
Still there.
as we're around these guys, and it seems like we've got enough speed definitely to keep up. We'll have to find out once we get to the front of the pack and we start running for those top few positions. We'll have to see what kind of speed we've got. Ooh, look out. Again, try not to take it 4 wide, even though my right foot says, yeah, let's do that. All right, so we lost a little momentum there. You see the 2 car come by us. That's not a problem. We've got a long way to go in this race.
Still there.
I really would prefer if that 41 car would tuck up underneath us and give us what we need to move forward, but so far it hasn't really happened. Either he doesn't want to work with us, or another plausible option is we just simply don't have the speed for him to push us where we want to go. All right, here we go. Nice run. All right, here I just don't have anywhere to go without going below that yellow line, which is not an issue in the game. There's no rule for that in the game. But if at all possible, I try to stay above it nonetheless. All right, so we're up to 17th, so we've made it halfway through the field. And you can see I'm trying to stay to the extreme bottom groove regardless of where my drafting help is. simply to try to stay out of trouble
Stay on
and
the
keep from
bottom here.
causing a lot of trouble with the
Follow
AI
left.
right now.
Concentrate. Careful.
As
still
usual,
there.
you can see things in front of us have gotten down to single file. That is not what I like to see, particularly at
Stay low,
Talladega.
stay
I
low.
like to see them 3 wide. That's what I love. That's what I want to be in the middle of.
Stay on the bottom here. Got a
Because
car
running
high
a
now.
place like Daytona or
Clear all
Talladega,
around.
single file, playing follow the leader is not my idea of fun. That's my idea of nap time. All right, these guys in front of me are just driving me nuts. Because they are all over the place, and I am out of the gas quite a bit. That is not fun. Particularly the 2 car. He don't know which groove he wants to be in right now. Keeps changing his mind about 3 times every corner. So let's try to put him safely in our rearview mirror again. All right, we got a nice little run here. Let's see what we got here on the bottom. Is anybody going to go with us? The answer to that is no. No, they are not. So we will not be
Careful.
passing
Still
anyone.
there. Car high. Careful there. Stay low. You're clear all around there.
Yikes, that's pretty scary there. I never lifted once there, but we had 0 momentum, even though the 2 car was getting a little close to us. Now, I do not have the drafting partners turned on.
That was a great lap.
I do run, on occasion, I'll run races with it on. It can be fun. It can also get a little
Still
hairy.
there.
But for this race, I decided to leave it off.
Careful. Still
Simply
there.
because I really didn't want a whole lot of aggressive bumping from behind when I wasn't sure exactly what we were going to have for a setup. But so far, I'm pretty happy with it. It is definitely not extremely fast, but the stability is where I need it to be. It's tight, is the way I would characterize it. It's
Still there.
and tight I can live with. That's why I chose the setup I chose. Is because I wanted it, if anything, to be a little too tight
That was a great lap.
rather than too
Stay on the
loose.
bottom.
All right, so now you notice that really without even thinking about it, we've worked our way inside the top 10 and are about to get into the top 5. For some reason, 77 just decided to move up
Careful, still there.
and give me the bottom groove. All right, 34. Okay,
Still there.
the C's are parting. Now, unfortunately, as soon as he moved up, I got rid of all our drafting help. So the big wall of air hit our nose and we went nowhere.
Clear all around there.
All right, I really want to go to this outside. Of course he's not
Stay
going to
high.
do
Stay
it.
high. Keep it up. That was your
I was
best
going to go
lap ever.
32 there. I was going to go with the 32 and try to pass Michael McDowell that way, but yeah, that didn't really materialize. Way out of the gas there in 1 and 2.
Stay high. Stay high.
Nah. Because I know what's going to happen. He's too far out there, and as soon as I got to the outside of McDowell, I was going to get stuck on the top, kind of like McDowell is about to do now, for some inexplicable reason. They really need to clean that AI behavior up. There was no reason for him to go to the high side there. None whatsoever. So that AI behavior, that definitely helps
Stay on
out
the bottom.
the racing at some of the other tracks where these guys will use all the grooves. That needs to be toned down quite a
5
bit
laps to go.
for a place like this. All right, so right now the 32 is taunting us because he's running that second groove, and I'm having a hard time
Stay
getting
low.
to
Stay
it.
low.
Okay, finally we got to his inside. Don't you do it.
Still there.
Can't tell who that is behind us, but he was about to go by us. And sure enough, the 32 goes right back by us. All right, so there's that speed that we don't have. The 32 is just going to taunt us now. He's got a victory, and he is throwing it in our face. Doesn't matter that we have one as well. Yeah, he is playing games with us. Right now, he looks like one of the Penske cars at Talladega, where they just get out front, and they know you don't have enough speed to pass them. So they just play around with you. All right, here we go. We should have a nice run coming off the corner. Let's try to draft him as much as possible. All right, nope, he's going to block the bottom just as I'm about to get there. All right, so way out of the gas. Good job by him, blocking our momentum. And then any momentum I had left, once I got to him, I had to just get out of the gas and lose that.
Careful, still there.
Oh, come on, get in there. Get in there.
Still there.
I mean, look, we got drafting help behind us. He has nobody. Okay, never mind. He might have the drafting help.
Car high, careful there.
Okay, now see, that's just rubbing salt in the wound now.
Still
The
there.
3-star rides are going to line up and go by
Got one peeking
the
outside.
5-star ride on the
You got
outside.
room,
That's
you're clear
just,
there.
I believe that's what they call poetic justice there. It's pretty fun if you're one of the 3-star rides.
Got one peeking outside.
Yeah, we
Outside.
just hit a huge
Clear
wall
out
of
of
air. We can go nowhere when these guys get around us. Now we have a nice run. Again, nowhere to go with
At the
it.
bottom
So
here.
you can either drag the brake there, maybe break enough momentum that way to keep from running the guy over, or
Careful, still there.
of course, if you're really aggressive and want to just simply slam the guy, you can do that too.
Careful.
If you're on
still
line,
there.
that's probably going to
Car
cause a
on the
wreck,
outside
but
now.
some people don't seem to mind.
Careful, still there.
But you can see I can easily hold this bottom. That's not a problem. The problem is getting enough
Got a
speed.
car high now.
Let's see if we can't inch over a little bit. Get a little draft off this guy. Try to bring him back to us. There we go. It helped a little
Way
bit,
down the bottom.
but we just can't quite get there. You can see, I mean, look at him pull ahead. The 77 is easily out front. And now the 32 is just playing with us still, even though he's no longer in the lead. 16 says, I think I'll take some of that too. This 48 car looks weak.
All right, let's
go get
White
it.
flag. Stay on the bottom.
All right, here we go. Final lap of stage number 1. Here we go. Got a nice run. All right, are they going to give me anything? No, they are not.
Careful, still there.
I've just made a huge mistake by going to the outside because we are going to have 0 drafting help. But you can do those type things when
Inside. You got room. You're clear there.
you already have your victory and the points are really not a huge issue. Now, if we had to have those stage points, then by all means, we're hugging that bottom for all we're worth. A little love tap there for the 32. Just a little something to remember us by. Here we are. We're here.
Driver.
All right, so we'll take our 3rd place finish. Really surprised we finished in 3rd. That's not what I was expecting. All right, everybody is pitting, so we'll go ahead and keep with it. We'll go ahead and do the same thing. I'm not even going to touch anything here. I'm simply just going to let it ride. 2 cans of fuel that we don't need. So now we drop back 19 positions. Yikes.
All right, man. You're coming to the green.
So that's
You
probably
right here.
because of the 2 cans of fuel.
Looking inside now.
But now we get to have a little fun, because now we get to pass them all again.
Careful. Still there.
All right, not sure where the 66 was going there, but get out of line, buddy. Timmy Hill, you know better.
Top 3. Use it if you need it.
All right, and who is in front of us? But once again, that 2 car.
Looking
Oh,
inside now.
okay, what's happening here? It's this get up to speed lap. The same
Got
thing
one down
happened
low now.
on the green flag. So now we're on the top of 3 wide, and that will not end well for us. But we're going to get in here and push and shove as best we can
Stay high up there.
until we either wreck or find an opening. I don't know which one's going to happen first, but I got an idea.
Still there inside.
Oh yeah, this is getting ugly quickly. All right, we need an opening. This is where we start screaming at the spotter, find me an opening.
Still there.
All right, I think we're down to 2 wide. Oh, never mind. Now I know we're 2 wide.
Careful. Still there.
Oh, so much I would love to make 2 and 3 wide work at this place. Oh, I would love it. Oh, hello.
Looking inside now.
Yeah, we were trying to wreck. that was not far from a situation where not only do I get completely out of the gas, but then I start hitting that brake hard. That was almost another one of those opportunities. So when you're running that second or third groove, you don't have the luxury of getting out of the gas.
Keep it nice and smooth for us.
Okay, for those of you who might be wondering, no, I'm not worried about losing spots like this. I'm actually just using it as an opportunity to sort of study the AI and see if there's anything I can do to help these guys move forward in the upper grooves. I mean, you can see these guys are using the middle and upper groove. I mean, it's there as far as they're concerned anyway. But the problem seems to be they just don't know how to draft well. They treat it like every other track, and you can't do that here. So the AI needs to be adjusted for that. That seems to be their biggest problem. Because looking up ahead of us, it's definitely 2x2 for several rows. All right, are we clear on the bottom?
Got one outside now.
Okay, apparently we are. Only one on the outside. All right, let's see if we can catch back up. We know we're a little bit low on speed when we're trying to lead the pack. So right now we really need to be close behind somebody. So I need that 2 car to drop down in front of me. That would be perfect. It does feel good to see those guys go high like that in the corner, but the problem is they're just going straight backwards doing that. The only car they can pass right now is me. All right, here we go, 11. Not a huge Denny Hamlin fan, but right now I'll take it.
Careful, still there.
If he's got some speed and we can tag along, we'll take it.
You got room.
All right, there we go. Let's try to follow him a little bit until we get to him. Then we're going to dump him and look for that 3 car. All right, now we got a little momentum to play with.
Careful, still there.
I was beginning to wonder if we were going to lose the draft because we had no friends. And once again, inexplicably, the 3 decides to go way high.
You got room. You're clear there.
It does remind me of a move I've seen many times online.
You just posted your best lap ever. That's awesome.
Of course I did. I'm in the back of the field trying to play catch up. That's exactly how you run your fastest lap. And it's also why lap times are all but useless in practice at a restrictor plate track.
Still there?
All right, 42, I'm going to need you to calm down. Quit going all over the place.
Hold your line. Got one outside.
So you can see, as soon as we get back to the bottom,
Stay on the bottom.
we're able to start making up some spots. And, of course, these guys just gift us opportunities.
Still there.
And I'm fine with that. Another good thing is I'm finally actually starting to warm up here in the room. The cold front has hit us hard. Winter has arrived in the south. And I am sitting here with
Stay low.
the heat on, and it has been extremely cold. I generally race without shoes on, usually barefoot, sometimes with socks on. And right now I'm barefoot, and I really wish I had some socks on because it's cold. Like, it's cold.
Careful. Still there?
All right, come on. Let's don't let the 00 leave us in the dust. That would not be funny. All right, here we go. Let's try to get to his inside. Give it to me. No, he did not want to give that to me. So, all right, so I guess we'll just follow you then. There's something nobody has said to Quinn Hoff all year long. So there really is a first time for everything.
Still there.
All right, here we go. To the bottom, once again.
Stay on the bottom here.
All right, let's see what we can do with John Hunter. Oh, get completely out of the gas. That's what we're going to do.
Still there.
Also, if you notice the speed that we're going, we were at something like, was it 205, 206, something like that? And that was after being completely out of the gas. So the draft is strong. Which, by the way, the setting for the draft is on high. So we are using the high setting for the draft here at the plate tracks. I do not use that at every track. We could.
Careful, still there.
All right, had to lift there as well. It's about half throttle.
Stay on the bottom here. Still there.
Oh, good job by the 8 car there. Had to get out of the gas there to let him in, but he found just enough of a hole to squeeze in there.
Stay on the bottom.
So that's killed our momentum temporarily. We got a few laps here in stage number 2.
Still there.
So we've made our way back to the top 10. So we're in line for at least a point or two on stage points. So we'll take every point we can get.
Careful, still there.
All right, here we go. Huge run.
Still
Excuse
there.
me, 96 car. We're going to try to come right through here. And because we were 3 wide, we're going to make up a bunch of positions if we keep
Still
this
there.
momentum.
You
Oh,
got
yeah, this is
room.
what we
You're
need on the
clear.
last lap.
Got one outside now.
We've gone from 9th to 4th
Careful.
in
still
what,
there.
half a lap? Maybe not even
All right,
that
I
much.
need 2 more good laps from you.
All right, so nothing good can come from what's in front of us right now. So we got Bubba Wallace fighting with Ricky Stenhouse for the lead. Now, in real life, that would end up almost certainly in a wreck, because neither one of those guys are going to give an
Careful,
inch.
Still there.
Doesn't matter that we're in stage 2. Does not matter. I think there's somebody on our outside. I'm trying to give them plenty of room out there.
Stay low, stay low.
Do not want to squeeze them up and cause a wreck.
Still there. Outside, outside.
Yikes.
Still there.
All right, here we go. Final lap.
1 more to go. Careful. Still there.
All right, we're going to have a huge run.
Still there.
All right, I backed out of it a little bit on entry so that I didn't have to back out of it on the exit. And I'm hoping we can get a nice little
Careful.
run
Still there.
through 3 and 4 and maybe do something for the victory coming off.
Still there.
All right, I'm out of the gas again. All right, here we go. If we time this right.
All right. Clear
Come on,
outside.
coming off the corner, slide up the track, slide up the track. Nope, he stayed down too long.
Stay low.
All I could do is give him a little bit of a bump or come out of the gas. So he played his cards right. He stayed on the bottom, and that is going to reward him with a stage
That'll
victory.
get the job
So
done,
good move
Robert.
on Bubba's part. We'll come home second. Hey, we'll take that. A third and a second position. Yeah, that's some nice points for us. We shall take it. And, of course, nobody's pitting here at the end of stage 2. So we will not pit either. Although, let's think about that. Do we want to pit, go to the back, and try it again? No, let's pit. All right, so again, I'm just going to leave this at default. Sure, why not? We'll just start in the back. Okay, we're going to start back here with Chase Elliott, who's having all sorts of issues in today's race.
Be ready here.
Because we're going to try to come through the field again. We did it in stage 2. Now, granted, we did it because we started on the outside and ended up
Stay
losing
low, stay low.
all those spots. But now we're going to do it the fun way.
Still there.
So starting 39th. So the first question, how quickly can we get to 20th? Well, not very
Still there.
fast if we keep getting all the way out of the gas. I was all the way out of the gas for way too long right there. Way too long. And lo and behold, look in the rear view mirror. Who should be behind us?
Stay low, stay low.
Is that the 2 car again? We have a magnet on our car. And the 2 car is definitely with it. Now, I've barely even seen our teammates today. Where are our teammates? Have you guys seen our teammate? I have not. Now, granted, I'm not really looking for them, but I don't remember really seeing them very much. There's the 24. He's in the middle groove there, just ahead of us. But I don't really remember seeing those guys along our journey.
Still there?
So I'm sure we passed them somewhere along the way, but they didn't make an impression. Okay, there's the 24. So we see him. He's not having a good time right now.
Careful, still there.
All right, that's my new goal. As we work our way toward the front, hopefully, I want to find our teammates. So we got one down. There's the 24.
Careful, still there.
All right, I'm gonna need you guys to. There you go. Give me the bottom. Oh, let me stay there. No, 41 didn't like that. He vetoed that idea.
Stay low, stay low.
I can appreciate that. Oh, now he's just taunting me. Yeah, he's taunting me now.
Careful, still there.
All right, are there any teammates around? How about that? All right, here we go. Somebody from behind. Push. No. How about no?
Stay low. Careful, still there.
I do seem to be spending an unusually large amount of time around the Penske cars, though. Generally, that's good at Talladega, though.
Careful, still there.
That means you're in the front. All right, but right now, I'm going to need that 22 behind us to push.
Still there?
This is where I really wish I had those drafting partners turned on.
Car high, careful there.
Because he would be shoving us up through the field right now. But let's not forget our main goal. Teammates, where are they?
Still there. Car on the outside.
I'm looking
now.
on the outside, a couple of rows, and still seeing nothing.
Still there.
And we're not going anywhere either. I mean, we're up to 27, so, I mean, little
Got
by
one up
little,
top.
but we're not exactly blasting our way through this field. All right, here we go. Nice run. I'm going to need the
Careful,
18 to
still
come
there.
off the bottom.
Car on the outside
Open
now.
up the bottom. Open up the bottom. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate you doing that for me.
Stay low.
And because we're 3 wide, we can start making up some serious positions.
Still there.
All right, one car, I'm going to need you to do the same thing. Just like your brother did. Oh, nope, that was not good. Nope. You're slowing down too much. Don't do that. We can't get to the front
Careful, still there.
with you slowing down this much. We're just going to have to not do that. All right, come on. There we go. Now you can slow down all you want to. In fact, I recommend it highly. Like now.
Careful, still there.
Not so much now. Not so much now. Ooh, please don't be shaking around like that. I don't like that at all.
Careful, still there.
Still no teammates, which is good. That means
Stay on the
they're...
bottom here.
Ouch. That means they're at least close to the top 10?
All right, 10 to go. Keep it
All right,
nice
10
and
to
smooth
go.
for us.
You heard me.
Stay low.
I know what it is. Our teammates are just leading.
Careful.
That's what it
Still
is.
there.
That's got to be it. All right, come on. Get over and draft on that 95. Pull a little side draft on it.
Still there.
Trying to get in behind that 21. There we go.
Still there.
Come on, Matty D. Let's go. Ooh, how awesome would that be if we could push Matty D to his first victory?
Still there.
Maybe next time.
Careful, still there.
I am just out of the gas way too much. This is just
Careful, still there.
no good at all. And look at what we
Still
have
there.
here at the back edge of the top 10. We got Timmy Smith, and I forget who the driver of that car is. Is that Carter? Bobby Carter, that's what it is.
Careful, still
In
there.
the 73. There we go. Nice looking ride. No question. Love that car. Stole my colors.
Stay low, stay low. Car outside.
All about that bright green. And then there's our buddy, the 32. Oh, look at it. He just decided, hey, let me get out of your way. Clearly. All right, let me back out of that. That was going nowhere good.
Got a car high now.
Still looking for a teammate. Did I just miss him again? Is that what I just did?
Careful, still there.
Because we're inside the top 10 now, and I don't see anybody in front or around me
Stay on the
that is a
bottom.
teammate. Now we know. Let's see, who is in
Still
front?
there.
Who am I missing?
Car high, careful.
Or am I not missing anybody?
Still there.
At this point, I don't even know what I don't know anymore. We do know that Chase Elliott apparently has had issues in this race. He restarted behind us, so that kind of makes sense on him. We saw the 24. I don't know. I don't know where the 88 is. I don't know what's happening.
Stay low, stay low.
Apparently, he got lost in the crowd somewhere. Maybe he was on top of one of those three wides that we were in. Way out of the gas. 1, 2, 3, 4 times.
Careful. Still there.
During that corner. We do not have the speed. This feels like in career mode when we have our own team, but we don't have much of a car yet. That's what this feels like. Because it feels like we're way down on power, because as soon as we get in the lead, or at least in the lead of our own line, we just hit a wall of air and can go nowhere. So this is bringing back memories.
Stay low, stay low.
Yeah, I'm still looking for the 88.
Still there.
At this point, I'm just assuming that I missed him somewhere along the way. So we're doing great on that. Hopefully you guys saw him at some point as we moved up through there. I did not. All right, here we go. Nice run here. Easy now, 19. Give me a little room down here. Come on.
Stay on the bottom.
You can do it. Oh, we're driving it in there.
Careful, still
No
there.
doubt about that. We're coming.
All right, you're clear there.
Yeah, that's right. We're getting there.
You're clear.
Oh, and here we go. That's 62. Oh, Brendan gone.
Still there.
All right, so we're just going to push on him. No, he's just going to move up to the top. Hey, just move on up there. Toy with us. Sure, why not? Everybody else has. All right, here we go. Nice momentum.
All right, you're clear.
All right, he's going to move up to the top. I am not clear. I cannot move up there with him. But I'm going to try to do as much as I can. Even the 4 is leaving us stranded. That is just, that's uncool.
Top 3, use it if you need it.
I'm going to have to go have a talk with Kevin Harvick after this race. That's uncool to do to me. All right, I'm trying to get behind the 62 as close as I can, because I still think there's a car out there. I'm not sure, though. All right, push. Come on, Harvick, push. Or not. Just stay back there if you want to. Let's see, this is where the 62, you know he's playing with us. Look at him just leave that bottom open for me, knowing I can't get by him. Knowing. Look at Harvick go on the... Okay, that's uncool. Here comes Matty D, though. Matty D's going to push.
Outside, outside.
Matty D's going to push. Just don't worry. He's going to start just any second now. He's going to push. I feel it.
Hold your line.
I feel it. He's going to start. Outside. Once again, drafting partners could be really helpful.
You're clear there.
Really helpful. All right, here we go. We got a nice run. Okay, Matty D's going to push. Matty D's going to have to keep up first. He's going to keep up and push. I'm going to have to keep my eyes on the road every once in a while. Right now, all I care about is Matty D, who is not pushing.
You got room. You're clear.
All right, so at least we're back to second. And I'm kind of happy that we got rid of Kevin Harvick after he would not push us. All right, let's just push Brendan Gaughan a little bit here. Unfortunately, we really can't make a ton of extra speed by pushing him. They don't have it set up to where we can do that. You know, I mean, I can be glued to his bumper. It just doesn't really do us any good speed-wise. If anything, especially in previous games, I think it was like in Heat 4, maybe it was Heat 3, we would push him and it actually slowed us down, I think, which was really not fun.
All right, now, I need 2 more good laps from you.
2 more, he says. All right, well, right now I'm basically trying to stick with the 62. Because what I'm hoping will happen is that right about here on the last lap, I'm hoping these guys behind us will catch us with a huge amount of momentum. I can jump out in front of that momentum kind of like so and make the pass as we come to the start finish. This, however, is one lap earlier than I wanted this to happen. And all the help is coming and not going with me. All right, come on, Matty D. Push, push, push. This is just sad. The 62 has no drafting help yet. And yet he's going to go right by us. That is uncool. I don't appreciate it. But this is it. All right, last lap. Here we go. We're going to have a nice run here. Now, I cannot drift up. We have a car on our outside, so I can't drift all the way up. 62 is playing both lanes.
Still there.
Not good for us.
Car outside. Hold your line. Careful. Still there.
All right, just look at the outside lane just filing by us. Just,
Got one peeking
oh,
outside.
Kevin Harvick. I see you, Kevin. I see you right there coming by. I
Got a
see you
car
taking
high
advantage
now.
of a man who's weak. I don't appreciate that at all.
All right, you're clear. A top 5. Awesome.
All right, so we started the final lap in second, and we come home fourth. Not only did we not gain momentum for a shot at the win, we lost momentum on the last lap. That was just very uncool by the people around us, and very uncool by our car to not be faster. But overall, I must say, that was an interesting race. We had the stability I was looking for. That's job number one, as I mentioned earlier in the video. We had the stability, so I could put it in there. That part was not a problem. We just didn't really have any type of speed. So for those of you who are like me and wonder why it is so easy to beat the AI at the restrictor plate tracks with a custom setup, now you know. Oh, well, I guess now we know why the 9 car was so slow. Yeah, he got himself, a nice little wreck. He's hit just about everything coming through 3 and 4. All right, so that was actually pretty fun. It is much better than us having a blowout victory. That is for sure. And look at all of those 6-digit numbers on there. 243,000, 107,000, 201,000 on the merch payout. Yeah, that's right, merch payout, 200 grand. Yes, please. $276,000 overall. We shall take it and move on to the next one. Now, where will the next one be? I have no idea. We'll just have to see what the schedule brings us and what kind of luck we have overall. But that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you guys are having as much fun as I am with the career mode gameplay in NASCAR Heat 5.